Okay, so welcome to today's guitar tips. And today's not really a tip. We're going to tell you about the parts of the guitar so you understand what you're dealing with. So when you go to pick out the right guitar, you know what to tell them, what you want and what you don't want. And, just when you start to play, start to name the parts right and everything. Alright, so we're going to start off with the basics. Now, there's two kinds of guitars. Actually, there's three kinds of guitars. You have one that's got an electric, which is run through electricity that you need to plug in through your amp to make it sound right. You hear that? The sound is being produced by my guitar cord, which we'll get to in a little bit. But so this is an electric guitar. It's got strings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Um, as you can see here, these are what you call pickups. Now, pickups basically is a microphone that is installed in the guitar, and it basically lets the vibration from the string go through the pickup into the cable and through a signal, audio signal, to your amplifier, and it amplifies that noise, and that's what you get. So when you pluck a string, what you're really hearing is the vibration going to the pickup to your um, guitar cord and to the amp. So that's a pickup. Um, right here is what you call a pick guard, and that basically, through repetitive picking, it won't scratch your guitar because this is an expensive part of your guitar, which, by the way, this is called a body. This entire part here, along the edge and along the back, that's called a body. Now, so this is your pick guard, and as you can see, there's screws, so you can remove this plate if you wanted to adjust it, or make it different, customize your own. But you'd have to adjust some things to do that. And so here's your body. This here is your pick guard, and we've already went over the pickups. Um, Now this here is called your bridge, and why it's called your bridge is because back in the back, right here, as you can see, is where my strings go. They go in through here, and they're gonna come out through a hole back here through um, my bridge support here, and then it comes out through all the way up to the tuning strings. All right, and that's how it works. That's how it tightens and loosens. But each one of these can be adjusted height-wise and side to side, and also if I wanted to tighten them even harder, the tension, I could tighten it in the back here. So you have your bridge, your pickups, your body, your pick guard, and now we're going to get to this part down here. This is your controls for your pickups. Now, this one here is my volume. I'm going to show you a demonstration. You hear that? Now that's purely coming from the string, the vibration itself. Now let's see what happens when I turn it up just a little bit. You start hearing it coming out from my amp. That's because the sound is being amplified from my pickups. I'm telling the electronic components inside the body right in about here that I need to amplify or increase the volume of the vibration it's picking up. These are your tone selectors or your tone switches, and basically these pickups can be controlled different ways, which is also controlled by my pickup switch. If you go from just wanting one here, you put it up in the top position towards the sky, so you're only getting that one done. Now if you go all the way to the bottom, the only one that's going to be heard is this one. Essentially, these two pickups are being shut off. And if you go up one level, you're hearing both these two, and this one is turned off. And if you go into the middle, you're hearing all three. Now, if you go up one more, you're hearing the first one and the neck. And then if you go one more, you're obviously hearing just the neck. Now, speaking of the neck, this part right here, this big long thing, is called a neck. Alright? Now, this here, that's pretty dark wood, rosewood, is called a fretboard. And a fret is basically these little metal divots that when the string is pushed down in between those 2 points, you change note pitches. You hear that? Basically what's happening is the vibration is either increased or decreased, and it sets the pitch higher or lower. So these are frets, and this is a fretboard as well as the neck. They're combined together. Alright? Now, up here, this guy right here, alright, is called your headstock. Alright? Now your headstock houses two things. They house the tuning pegs, which are on the sides of the guitar, okay? And they also house, I don't know if you can see, but do you see right here in the middle? That's your truss rod adjustment. And the truss rod runs all down the middle of the neck of the guitar. And that basically tightens, either loosens or it tightens the bend of your guitar. So it'll either appear like a bowl or like a rainbow. What you want is you want it perfectly flat so it's easier to play. Alright? Now, that's pretty much your basic parts of the guitar. This is a Fender, and Fender products pretty much have your typical headstock looking here, and some of them like Gibson and Epiphone actually have tuning pegs, one here, one here, one here, one here, one here, and then one here, and it's actually done on two sides. So three tuning pegs will be here, and three tuning pegs will be here, and then it's all down this middle. It's kind of like an acoustic guitar. And so those are your basic parts of your guitar, and this right here is called my guitar strap, and there's many names for this little plastic part here, which basically I'm using to pluck a string. Some people call it a plectrum, some people call it a guitar pick. Um, Pretty much 90% of everybody who plays the guitar calls it a guitar pick, and there's different thicknesses, and as you can see I can bend it pretty well. So this would be a soft medium to medium, and some of them are really thick and you can barely move them. It just depends on how you like playing and all that. And so we've gone over the body, we've gone over the neck, we've gone over the headstock, we've gone over the tuning pegs, we've gone over your electronic components, we've gone over what these do and how they work, and gone over the back, and next we're going to go over your accessories and how they work. Alright, that was your lesson today on parts of your guitar.